Hey, beautiful energy. Hey, beautiful collective. We are going to get into what's being hidden from you. We're going to get into what you need to know right now and how to conquer it, period. Okay. Because it's a lot going on, y'all. So it's Cast Crowned. I'm here to guide you through these revelations and this deep information and knowing. Oh, no. What's going on here? There we go. Okay. Computer talking back to me. Computer? All right. Woo, that was interesting. Tap in. Sometimes you got to sound check yourself. All right. So I'm Cass, and let's tap into this collective reading, this beautiful energy. I also feel like there is some really strong ancestral energy that is guiding this message today. I feel like there's a lot of y'all with some strong, loving, powerful ancestors and angels behind you. This feels like a very holy message, a strong message, a line in the sand. So this is definitely for my divine feminines and anointed chosen ones and anyone else who resonates with this message. This is about to get wild. I already feel this big time energy. So tap in, y'all. Tap in. All right. I don't even know what's about to come out, but I know this is strong. Next level energy. This glare is getting me. Boom. There we go. Now I can see you, Fran. Now I can see you. Divine feminines. Oh man, look. Weapons. The ace of weapons coming out immediately. I'm telling y'all right now, when I say that this is some strong ancestral energy that is pulling you away from some mess that's about to go down, I mean it. I almost feel like there's a moment where you were in a relationship, and I'm talking about like this is romantic, this is intimate relationship. So this can be husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, brother, sister, mom, dad, like whatever it is. These are people that know you intimately, that are coming at you, trying to remove you from your purpose on some generational, you got to stay in this generational curse type energy. Tap in. And you are walking away from very strong emotional energy that is attempting to weaponize your gifts for some BS. And when I see like you walking away from what the Ace of Weapons is trying to tell you, I'm telling you right now, don't be scared of that Ace of Weapons. This Ace of Weapons is letting you know that you're about to take off. See, the weapon that you're walking towards is removing the generational cords and the emotional cords that attached you to some negativity. See, that's actually the weapon. So when they say no weapon formed against you shall prosper, you have to walk towards that understanding, that enlightenment, that next level. Tap into that. Wow. I'm telling you, this energy, this ancestral energy that has been on my shoulder has been telling me that divine feminines and anointed chosen ones, y'all going through a real spiritual battle right now. And while y'all usually like to try to just walk away, go about your business, not start any trouble, you don't want to have to go to in a war of words. You don't want to have to take nobody's head off because they want to cross them lines. I'm telling you right now that sometimes you got to get grisly with it. You got to get grisly with your boundaries. You got to get grisly with your prayers. You got to get grisly with your rituals. You got to get grisly in your spiritual 10 toes down energy. Because when you walk away from something emotional, let me tell you what ends up happening. What ends up happening is you start reminiscing. You start saying, well, back then we did have some good times. Hey, tap in. Back then, we did do good here and there. People will try to emotionally manipulate you. And as chosen ones and divine feminines, because we lead with our hearts first before anything else, you switching up and saying, now let me lead with my mind. Let me lead with my third eye. Let me allow God to lead this decision so that I can walk in that glory. Oh, now you've become a weapon. You become a big time weapon. Tap in. And I love that for you. This is strong energy. It takes a lot. Love you too, Boops. It takes a lot to turn away from people that you've had close relationships to for years, for decades, and say, I am finally choosing me. That in and of itself is a weapon. Tap in. God, what else are you telling me? Look, spirit at the bottom. I'm telling you, this is ancestral led right here. This is God led. And when I see, oh my gosh, look, when I see you crafting this next level of your life, chosen one, divine feminine, I really understand what this journey is like for you. And removing yourself from the negativity, look, your knowledge is a weapon. The fact that you can see clearly now is a weapon. I'm doing a John Cena. You can't see me. They do not understand. Let me tell you something. This connection that you are disconnecting, okay, the cords that you are cutting right now, the true weapon is that those negative energies, those entities cannot see you, friend. Tap into that. So when spirit tells you that you are in the right moment, that you are in the right energy, that you know what you're doing, even though you might not know exactly where you are going, exactly where you are being led, you just know that you can't go back here anymore. Once you know that this is the move, to God be the glory for real. This is spirit led. This is from the very beginning. And now look at you crafting your next level. The three of drums is saying, hey, I'm starting my own path. I'm walking my own path. I can do it. I can go. Like you are starting to march to the beat of your own drum and not having to consider whether or not your choices are going to impact somebody that doesn't want the best for you in the first place. Tap into that. So I love this. Yes, look, I'm telling you, there is a heavy male presence that is upset at the chosen anointed ones, at the divine feminines that you have decided to understand how powerful your spiritual intelligence is. Tap into that. Woo-wee. There are some heavy karmic males that are truly upset at the fact that you understand how powerful your spiritual intelligence is, how powerful your intuition is. And I'm telling you, you got them flipping out. Your ancestors are showing out right now. Your spiritual guides are showing out right now. I'm seeing you choosing to love yourself more than you disagree or dislike the next person. And that takes a lot. Tap in, friend. Tap in, divine feminine. It takes a lot to love yourself more than you dislike anyone that has done nasty to you. I'm not saying you don't have a right to, but what I am saying is that my husband called me, y'all. What I am saying is that this decision shows so much of an outpouring to yourself that it essentially becomes a weapon towards negative demonic energy. When you decide to cut cords, when you decide to say nope, no more, when you decide to say I choose me, you're gonna get the side eye. You're gonna get the what you don't rock with me no more. You're gonna get the okay, so we ain't cool no more. Okay, so you're just gonna do what you want to do. Okay, tap in. Ain't that what they say? When you decide to not go along with their program, when you decide to say, hey, I'm learning about me. I want to know more about how I can elevate, how I can walk in God's purpose. Okay? Hold on, y'all. My husband want to know if I want to go eat. Yes, I do. Listen, let God come through. Yes, I always want to eat. Let me pull a card on that. Look. He said, do you want to roll out? And I said, yes, I do. And look, the scout of arrows came out. We on a mission. Tap in. Yes, baby, live though. All right, we let him know what is going. But listen, the confirmation came through. We might have to read up on that a little bit later on. Okay, thank y'all for rolling with me. Divine feminine, divine masculine. You know what? This 3 of Cups was actually upside down. And last time, the last reading, the last time y'all tapped in, the 3 of Cups was one of the first cards I pulled. It unpacked so much debauchery that was going on in the divine feminine and the anointed chosen one's lives. I was like, well, I mean, we just unpacked the whole sermon, didn't we? Now look, it is upside down and next to the Lover's card. What does that mean? That means, like I just said, you have chosen you. You have decided to love yourself more than you dislike the situation. And when you choose to love yourself more than a nasty, demonic relationship, conversation, environment, you start pouring into yourself. It's okay to not know what you want. It's okay to not know what you want, but it's even better when you know what you don't want. Tap into that. Because you can fill all the other missing pieces in, but you know you don't want to be in that type of relationship. You know you don't want to have to argue about your decisions. You know that there is more for you and that you don't want to stay stuck. That's what it is. Oh my goodness. But this karmic masculine energy, divine feminine, oh, this energy is mad that you have finally decided to roll with your ancestors, to roll with your spirit guides, and to listen to the messages of God. Whew. That takes a lot. And seeing how this is unfolding is powerful. It is incredibly powerful. Tap in. Oh my gosh, this is going to be insane. I'm telling you. And the more I keep looking at God telling you to build, the more I keep looking at you removing yourself from a sea of lost souls. Tap in. The more I see you educating yourself and removing yourself from the sea of lost souls, the more I can dig this spiritual love affair you having with yourself. Oh, it's one thing to go on spa days. It's one thing to go to brunches. It's one thing to, go on vacations, all of that. But it's another thing to have a getaway spiritually with yourself, to have those hard conversations and say, you know what, it's time for me to move. Because as I always say, tap in. When you move, they move just like that. So when you move in a positive way, that's going to elevate your life, and you got people that move negatively every time you do something good for yourself, I want you to pay attention to that. I want you to tap into that. I want you to understand why that exactly is, friend. Tap in. That's a big deal. Look, and as soon as you do it, tower. And this right here, oh my, when I say there is a karmic masculine ready to roll on divine feminine, I'm telling you right now, look, tower moment. And you know what? Tap in. Clarity. Thank you, God, for the clarity. I don't even think this is, wow. No. Correction, friend. Correction. Oh, girl. Correction. No. This tower moment must happen. But this masculine right here, no, that's an angel. This is a thug. This is my angels hanging out the window, mouth full of gold teeth. Let me tell you why. Because at the end of the day, and y'all see what he's saying. He's saying, F you. Those are the bombs going towards the tower. Maybe I should rephrase that because YouTube might snatch me down on that. Those are the weapons that are destroying what you thought was the foundation for you to succeed. Oh God, that was such a great clarity. Thank you. That is okay. You can initiate your own tower moment. Did you know that? Can we tap into this? You can initiate your own. You can look around and say, I'm sick of it. I'm ready to move. And you can start to dismantle the environment, the relationships, the disrespect. You can start to dismantle who has access to you. You can initiate your own tower moment. It's okay. It is okay to dismantle the foundations that you thought were supporting you. It's okay, friend. And I love that this is strong energy, which means I know as of right now, you are feeling like you walking down the street with a sword in your hand, wishing somebody would. That's what this energy is. I love this tower moment. We're going to unpack him right now because this is deep. God, come through and clarify this message, please. Oh my gosh. Look, and right after the tower moment is the whole self. Tap in and the shooting star. Now listen, y'all. God, what do you, God, tap in. When you initiate your own tower moment, and it's one of the most powerful because it's self-led. Well, it's you understanding what's happening before God divinely intervenes. And y'all know what them tower moments feel like. Those are complete and utter surprise and destruction. But boom, here you are right here. After this tower moment, there's a whole self that sees the way. And because you've detached and learned to love you in an unapologetic way, it takes you to the next level. Tap into that. Look, entangled reverse. So you've gotten yourself out of some mess. Friend, whatever it is that you walked away from and decided to protect yourself with, this weapon right here, this energy right here, this is big ancestral energy. Oh my God. This is big ancestral energy. It's like you declared and decreed it will no longer be me. Say that again. Tap in. It's like you said, I declare and decree it will no longer be me. And when you declare and decree something like that, that's where the spiritual realm start to move mountains for you. This is where the spiritual realm is like, girl, what do you need to make this happen? This is utterly divine movement. Divine movement. I want to go back and clarify this eight. Look, entangled, like I said, in reverse. My God, tap in. And I want to go back and unpack this Eight of Cups and this weapons energy because my goodness, it is deep. What did you walk away from? What did you walk away from? I mean, we can just say family, we can just say friends, but it feels like it's something deeper than that. You walked away from aliens. You walked away from people who truly started to become unrecognizable to you. Oh my goodness, tap into that. You walked away from, oh my gosh, people who were blinded to new information. It's one thing to not ever be interested in new things, right? But it's another when you have the ability to have the conversations with certain people and they call you a liar. They say you crazy. They say that you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have enough information to move. People want you to move blindfolded. People want you. These are the people in your life that fed you information, fed you false data, fed you lies, deceived you to lead you astray. These are the negative entities and energies. These are the energy succubus that have infiltrated your life, whether it's through bloodline, whether it's through timeline, that want you to go astray. Tap in. This is what you're walking away from, friend. When people want you to blindly follow their information and not educate yourself, boom, what I say, not educate yourself, that's next level manipulation. That is a form of spiritual warfare, friend. And once you enlighten yourself, and you enlighten yourself with the information, you enlighten yourself with the knowledge on how they move, and the knowledge on how your spirit guides move, the knowledge how you move with God. Oh no, they become a whole problem. This is where they want to get together. They want to understand why you're not believing them no more. They want to, what's the word I'm looking for? They want you to drink the Kool-Aid. They want you to drink the Kool-Aid. What's the Kool-Aid, Cass? I'm so glad that you asked. Now, of course, we can go into a whole history lesson, but pretty much what they want you to do is they want you to sacrifice your spiritual evolution to save them, so that they don't feel alone, so that they don't drag themselves, they don't drag in the mud on their own. Misery loves company is one of the greatest phrases in the world. And these people want you to be miserable. I'm telling you, there is a karmic masculine attacking the divine feminine right now with unrighteous words, with unholy energy, that wants you to follow them blindly, to believe everything they said. And I'm even getting that this is like somebody who's a little bit older, so perhaps a father figure, or maybe an older male that you have in your life. There's not even there's not be an older male. This is a masculine energy, period. A karmic masculine energy, period. Oh, look at this. Shame and decay and the sins of the ancestors. Oh my. That's what it is. That's what it is, friend. Shame and decay and the sins of the ancestors. Let me tell you something. When it comes to you letting go of generational curses, when it comes to you doing the spiritual work of removing the cords, removing the hurt, removing the pain, removing the contracts that you were not involved in to answer for somebody else's bloodline disappointments and agreements. Oh no, they're going to try to keep you. They're going to try to keep your spirit. They're going to try to keep your soul. And that's why I said, whatever you are walking away from, chosen anointed ones, whoever is walking away, divine feminine, what you have done was you have created a weapon towards the sins of your ancestors. Not all ancestors are good, friend. Not all ancestors got your back, and we really need to talk about that. Not if y'all got some raggedy ass ancestors, tap in. They in my bloodline, they in your bloodline. Why? Because everybody ain't good all the time. Tap in. I mean, tell me if I'm tripping. Yes, you get to choose who you work with if you understand what you're doing. And most of my divine feminists and anointed chosen ones get it. They have research, they understand. But trust and believe, when you are battling against your family members and longtime friends that have infiltrated in your life to purposely take you off of your track, off of your life track, they are upholding the contracts that was handed down to them generationally through blood, through misinformation, and through contracts, friend. And what they try to do to you is shame you into leaving and understanding that your God-given purpose is truly a weapon against their sins. This is spiritual warfare. This is next level spiritual warfare. And they are trying, your family, your friends are trying their best to keep you in a space of non-continuum. They want you to stay stuck on some Groundhog's Day. And I feel like a lot of y'all, friend, have been feeling like y'all waking up, doing the same thing, going to bed. Waking up, doing the same thing, going to bed. You're tired. You're sick of it. You starting to look at your family and friends like, what is it that y'all do? Y'all drink every weekend? Y'all smoke every night? Don't nobody read books around here? Can we talk about some spiritual things? And then every time you try to go there, friend, every time you want to have these conversations, they tell you you crazy. Why you believe in that? That goes against the grain. You have a right to ask questions. You have a right to get clarifying answers. But because they know that when you start probing with those questions, the frequency, the vibration of those questions scares them. You better recognize, tap in. When you have people who don't know how to answer the questions, or they do know how to answer the questions, but they know that if they answer the questions, that means they're challenging their own bloodline, their own sins, and they got to face themselves in the mirror, they will ostracize you. They will fight you. They will try to get you to crawl your way back into comfort so that they don't attack you. That's the whole goal. That is a form of spiritual warfare. You fighting in the 3D and you are fighting in the spiritual realm. I would not be surprised if a lot of my anointed chosen ones and divine feminines are starting to have stress dreams because of these people. Tap in. It's not your fault you was born into a timeline where you had ancestors that was just doing the most. Blessed. This is next level for you. You have got to remove these cords, friend. It's okay for you to even start doing every morning and every evening. I remove the cords of my sin, of my ancestors who were sinful, hurtful, deceitful, liars. It is okay when you go into your prayers and you specifically pray for your lineage that has attached these sinful cords to you to be removed. It is okay to create rituals that do this for you. If you are wondering how to amplify your prayers, tap on that link to Prayer Alchemy. It is next level. I'm telling you, friend, your spiritual ancestors downloaded information to you because you have started to recognize how anointed and chosen you are. That's why you had to walk away. That's why you went the route of understanding that your mindset, your education is the weapon. And this karmic masculine energy, and that way they even came out. This might be a mother tie. This might be a feminine energy that's so hardcore. It might actually show up as masculine, downplaying you, saying hurtful things about you, talking about your weight, talking about your skin tone, talking about you got bad hair, good hair, just really trying to downplay how beautiful you truly are. Tap in. Tap in. This whole, and that's why when we came to the tower moment, it actually took a masculine ancestor, angel, to come in and wipe all this clean, because we know we truly dealing with a bitch. I said it. Fight your mama. That's what that is. So what you walked away from is aliens. That's what you walked away from. You walked away from people wanting you to be blind. to follow them blindly, even though the information is all around you, even though you are seeing what you are seeing. They want you to say, oh no, ignore that. Oh my goodness. Even though they want you to continue to drink from the nasty freaking cups, the dirty, grimy cups of their spiritual dishonesty. Oh my goodness. All to serve the purpose and keep feeding the decay of the sins of your raggedy ancestors that you had nothing to do with. They can't shame you into doing that. Who do they think they are? Tap in. That's why God said, come sit at this table with me. Come pray with me. Let's build. Let's talk. Come here, child. And this is where I feel like you have spiritually graduated. Spiritually graduated into finding your whole self, into finding that you are the shooting star. You're not the black sheep of the family. No, these fools, the black sheeps. Sheep. These fools, the black sheep. You are the angel. You are the anointed. You are the divine. And that's exactly why they try to hold you back. Ooh-wee. Look, tried to hold you back with violence. Some of y'all might actually be fighting for your lives out here. Look, with the 5 of torches, some of y'all are actually out here. I got goosebumps. Y'all are actually out here fighting, not just spiritually fighting. Some of y'all had to throw hands to get out of dangerous situations with your family members. Tap in. Some of y'all probably had your hair cut. Some of y'all had probably been punched in the face, been punished unfairly, had to take the rap for somebody because they shamed you or made you feel guilty about it. There's a lot of negative, nasty behavior that's going on this side of your family and friends. There's some shit you ain't even asked for. And they wanted you to inherit that same dark mindset. And you said, nope. I wouldn't be surprised if some of y'all sobered up real quick. Y'all stop drinking. Y'all stop smoking excessively. Stop eating bad foods, greasy foods. I can see a lot of y'all detoxing right now. You've got to. This violence, oh my gosh, this violence perpetrated against the anointed chosen ones and divine feminines is wild. Oh my gosh, I can't stand it. Look. Page of Pentacles, trying to take your resources with the Page of, trying to take your emotional resources. Oh, friend, God protect them. God protect them. I even feel like some of them up here trying to cook the damn books on you. These people out here writing spiritual epithets against you. Oh no. Oh no. You did the right thing, divine feminine. You did the right thing, anointed chosen ones, by getting up out of Dodge. Tap in. Oh my gosh. So now that we are here, gosh, this is a lot of energy. Tap in. Now that we are here, God said, put that deck down, bring out the other one. Now that we are here, how can we look forward to through this movement? Because there's a lot going on here. God, please help me clarify these messages. Getting out of a nightmare. Woo-wee, through high vibration. Oh my God. And generation, you are getting out of your nightmare through high vibrations. High vibration includes what? It includes education. It includes nutrition. It includes therapy. what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? Emotional regulation, understanding your own demons, understanding how you have taken the missteps, because we all misstep, and you're turning those lessons into blessings. Higher frequencies are more ethereal and low frequencies being more material. I see a lot of y'all going minimalist. I see a lot of y'all getting rid of things that y'all thought were once important and you said, nope, never mind. These people are vindictive, malicious. They are sinister. Oh my goodness. They are fear-based demons, fiendish. This is generational. This is not on like none of them. Ooh, wee. My goodness. God, please keep clarifying. And the reason why I keep going back to this is because it takes repetitiveness to understand. It takes me, you, somebody else that understands your spiritual journey to tell you that it's not you. You're not making this up. These people are wicked. Tap in. These people are minions for the devil. You're not making this up. Got big Scorpio energy in here. That's what I'm saying. The vibration is discipline. Oh, we organized and patient. The number 9 might mean something to you. The number 1 might mean something to you. I'm even getting October 9th out here. My goodness. Big Scorpio energy, which means you want to sting a bitch if they try to come to you. I'm trying to tell you, that's why the weapons mean something. Arrows mean something. Big Scorpio energy coming here. And see, Scorpios are serious. Y'all ever deal with a Scorpio? A Scorpio is so freaking serious when they need to be. So when a Scorpio say, I'm not playing, trust and believe, they ain't playing. Tap in. They ain't playing. Oh gosh, and big Virgo energy came out. So now you analytical. Now you precise. Now you methodical. You systematic in how you moving, and they cannot take it. That's why they're trying to find out what exactly you doing. Oh my goodness, they can't figure it out. Why? Because they have not educated themselves on how to get out of their own oppression. You can be born in a messed up family. You can make decisions in your not so enlightened part of your life that you have to live with certain consequences or deal with certain people. But that don't mean you always got to stay there. And that's what you understand. That's the divine understanding and divine purpose. That's why your angels, that's why God sent down the ultimate archangel and said, all right, kill all the noise. Time for everybody to be quiet. F you. F you. And my homie is looking at the side of my board that unpack these demonic relationships that you have been attached to. It's time to leave. And it ain't got to be on the midnight train to Georgia. Big Virgo energy, number 5, number 1 again. So shoot, we starting over again. What's coming out? Higher knowledge. Oh, this is the awareness. This is the awareness level. We going higher knowledge now. So after you understand your responsibility, after you understand your purpose, after you understand that you have received the message to elevate, after you've been patient, after you tried everything you could to work with this side of your life, and you decided to get up out of here, now you have become more analytical. You have become more methodical. It's something that you had to learn. Mona, my boo. And now where you at? Enlightened, understanding, astute, perceptive, and insightful. Tap in. You become an expert on how to move through this. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now on this midday of Saturday. Tap in. When you become an expert in how you move, you become a statue. Can't nobody move you. Can't nobody touch you. You know, my uncle always used to say, okay, because he, he's from the old school. Sometimes he still drop jive turkey. Okay, tap into that. He said, he also tell me back in the day, he said, that's okay if they call you square. Say, that's right, I'm a square. That way you can't roll me around. Tap into that Uncle Logic, to them Uncle Jims, okay? He said, listen, my uncle used to say, it's okay if they call you a square, that means they can't roll you around. And I feel the same way about this higher knowledge. See, now that they want to try to sneak back in, because they will send testers. Listen, them cords that you are trying to disconnect, Rand, they going to try to send you some testers. See if they can cross those boundaries. See if you can come back. See if you want to come to the family gathering. See if you want to link up with one of your old friends. They're going to cook your favorite foods. They're going to go to your favorite park. It's going to be a couple of people there that you really want to vibe with and chill with. And I'm going to tell you right now, nope, don't do it. Politely or strongly and aggressively decline. Because remember, you still in your weapons mode. When you get around them, it's all guns a go. Tap in. Tap in. And I feel a lot of you right now might be thinking like, oh my God, I'm so scared. I don't know what to do without my family. I don't know what to do without my friends. Let me tell you something. I said, let me tell you something. So tap in. I've been around this world by myself. I joined the military by myself. I moved to the West Coast by myself. I traveled to Southeast Asia by myself. I was stuck in Southeast Asia during the pandemic by myself. I traveled through Mexico by myself. It ain't nothing you want to sit up here and tell me that you scared to do by yourself. What's the worst that can happen? You can fall and bump your head. The worst you can happen is you can learn something about yourself. Okay, so you got to work at McDonald's and you got to work your 9 to 5. And okay, so you got to live in a 1-bedroom apartment or a studio. And okay, so you only have one person to talk to. And okay, so you only got one tarot deck. And tap in. I'm trying to tell you that in order for you to fully detach from this demonic side that you did not ask to be in, is you got to go out on a limb and trust yourself. The fear has got to go. And it's even okay to be scared while you're doing it. It's even okay to be like, oh my God, acknowledge that you're scared. Acknowledge that you're in a different space. Can I break something? Can I talk to y'all for a minute, please? Can we have a moment together? Tap in. I am now 8 years cigarette free. Tap in. Okay. Came from a whole family of smokers. My grandfather passed away. Well, he was a warehouse worker, so it's all that with it too. But smoking didn't help him. Aunts, uncles, mother, everybody smoked. And I picked up that nasty habit. That was something that was physically passed down to me. Okay? And it was not a healthy habit. And one day I literally just prayed. I said, God, please remove this demon from me. It is a crutch. When I got happy, I smoked. Sad, I smoked. Coffee, I smoked. Ate, I smoked. Walked, I smoked. Trying to surf, I smoked. Everything I did, I had something in my hand to smoke a cigarette. And asking God to remove something that I depended on to get me through whatever it is I was going through was a big move for me. I want y'all to tap into this message. Cigarettes are one of the most addictive things on the face of this planet. They put all type of chemicals in there. I'm relating this to your raggedy ass family and all of the karmics that come along with it and the ancestral demonic sins of your ancestors. I'm telling you, it shows up in different ways. It's not just all is on the internal. It can show up just like this. Whole generation. I think I had 5 or 6 generations I could trace back that was smokers. And I said, no, God, I can't go out like this. My lipstick too expensive, my perfume too expensive, and it's just not a good look. And I prayed and I said, God, please, I know I'm scared. I'm scared to know how I will go through the world when somebody triggers me and I can't smoke a cigarette. I smoked a cigarette through all my deployments. I smoked a cigarette through all of my basic training. I smoked a cigarette all throughout everything. I had a cigarette in my hand. And once I asked God to remove it, next day, boom, no more. I couldn't even smoke a cigarette. I tried to put one in my mouth and the smell made me, But you know what else is very interesting going on? 8 years. Thank you, God. 8 years of not smoking cigarettes. Sometimes I still get the urge to smoke a cigarette. Tap in. Sometimes after I have a good meal or I drink a good cup of coffee, I'm still like, man, this would really feel great with a cigarette. But let me go back to my point. Because my point was acknowledgement. And what I'm telling to you is that even when you are in fear, yes, I'm going to put on my lip gloss. Even when you are in fear, it's okay to acknowledge it. It's okay to say, this feels sticky and I am uncomfortable. It is okay to say that. And then you work through it. So in my case, when I have a cup of coffee and I'm like, man, a cigarette would be great with this. Why? Let me work through that. Let me work through the emotions that are coming up. You get what I'm saying? Tap in. So I know a lot of y'all are fearful of moving away from things that supported you, even through tough times. I know what it feels like when you have to move in new territory. And that's the easiest example I can give you right now. I just know what it's like. I know what it's like to be at your wit's end. I know what it's like to be emotionally devastated over and over again because you thought your family and your friends would have your back. Meanwhile, what they doing is plugging you every single time you show up. I know what it's like to lose hope. I know what it's like to have to duck the proverbial gunfire and physical, literal. You know what that's like. You acknowledge it. You say, damn, this is a messed up situation. Now, how I'm going to work through it. And you work through it. Bit by bit. Moment by moment. That's why this fear card, man, get this fear card up out of here. It's no longer for you. Because you know how to deal with it. And if you don't move because of the fear, I want you to unpack that. Like, why am I not moving? That's what I want you to do, friend. Tap into that. I feel like I need to split this deck. God, tell me with this deck. The world is yours. Once you move through that fear, oh my gosh, the world is yours. Some of y'all right now, oh my God. God is, look. God is good all the time. And what they say all the time, God is what? Good. That's right. Because listen, when you are magnificent, the way that you are, anointed, chosen one of divine feminines, it be colossal bags that you bringing in. Emotional bags, spiritual bags, money bags, yo. I'm telling you, crown chakra activated. I'm telling you that this fear that you feeling is only because it's unfamiliar territory you fitting to walk into. That's it. That's all. Because you are unfamiliar with your next steps in this new chapter of your life, first two cards we pulled, I want you to understand that this next chapter is not a war zone. When you're dealing with karmic family members and generational curses, you in war mode all the time because you know what you up against. You know this is spiritual warfare that has manifested in the 3D. So you always like, your back is always straight. You always looking here and there because you never know what type of bullshit your family and friends going to try to cut you with. But this new chapter, I'm telling you, this new chapter is awe-inspiring for you. It's going to be a whole new world. I can show you the world. I'm trying to tell you. And then I see this inner child. I see this inner child card. God, are you telling me that with this new spiritual connection and understanding of this connection and spiritual elevation, that the innocence will be healed? And when I see the inner child card, it don't mean just you being a baby or adolescence. I feel like it means when you were innocent. I feel like it means when you just did not know. When you was a baby and a fool. And here it is, this next level is bringing a new level. There's a new wave of self-awareness and insight. You looking at your past traumas and saying, all right, girl, listen, we got to deal with it. Where you want to start? Okay? And for some reason, just what popped into my head right now, I know a lot of y'all are using ChatGPT for your therapist. Stop. I said stop. You want to know why? Because ChatGPT cannot hold your secrets. And the government can ask for all of your input from ChatGPT. Okay? There is nothing like a human connection. If you have to start out, Lord, this is the social worker in me right now. If you have to start out with something free, like group sessions at your local community center, then that is what you do. If you have to find an online support group, then that is what you do. But AI is not your end all be all. It cannot challenge you the way that somebody who is trained can do. And I feel like with this inner child, a lot of people have come to you. You have put faith in a lot of people who said they can help you spiritually heal your inner demons, your inner child, your trauma, your unresolved issues. And they had no ability to understand how unpacking traumas literally will devastate you more if you don't have somebody who is trained and certified to walk you through that process. Tap in. I'm seeing a journey and I'm seeing blossoming. I just wanted to put that in there because a lot of people talk about being able to deal with childhood traumas. I can't help you with childhood traumas. Not in a therapeutic way where it requires a licensed clinical professional that goes through thousands of hours. ChatGPT can't do that for you. Okay? Claude can't do that for you. Gemini can't do that for you. I'd rather you pull out your Bible and sit with God through your prayers. Don't forget prayer alchemy. The link is in the chat. I'd rather you do that and get divine guidance that will lead you to the answers that you need before you go to ChatGPT. That's all I'm saying. Because ChatGPT gonna have a lot of unhealed people thinking they really healed. Tap in. ChatGPT gonna have a lot of manic people thinking that they chilling. They don't need medications. They don't need another form of therapy, whatever it is. I'm telling you this because I love you. I'm telling you this because it matters. Because when you pour your heart and soul out into Chat GPT thinking it's a therapist, I want you to understand how you are spiritually, energetically exchanging your information with a freaking machine, and you don't even know who's listening to you. You don't even know that shit transmits into the air. They say the devil is the king, is the lord of the airways, right? That's what they say. So you transmit all of your spiritual inner work into the airways, giving the devil an opportunity for your family to tap back into you. Oh, tap in. That's a God message right there. Girl, listen to me. Listen to me. I know you can't always afford a therapist. I understand that. And some of these therapists ain't shit. I understand that too. But I'd rather you go to your church. I'd rather you go to a synagogue. I'd rather you go to a community center and find your way before you give your soul to ChatGPT. Now, let me continue on before I go deeper into that message. Because like I said, a lot of personal development happening here after you tap into this inner child. So I feel like as you go through this next level inner child healing, this process is going to, it's almost like you're going to start seeing, like your third eye is going to explode. Tap in. You have been found. You are locating. You have detected. You have identified. That's the word. Tap in, God. You have identified your framework. Oh, what you thought that you didn't have your own version? You didn't have a framework? You got a framework, boo. A lot of people got frameworks. That's why when I said you're going to be learning, you're methodical, you done broke down your whole generational curse framework. That's why they hate that you can see them coming a mile away. Exactly. Well, listen, that's a conversation they ain't ready for, though. Oh, no, you're going to be showing out. You are going to be showing out. Regal, confident. People are going to start really seeing the God in you. You worried about not making new friends. You worried about going into new situations, being unsupported. No, you won't be supported. God not going to let you be unsupported. God is not going to allow that to happen. You got to tap into that divinity. How do you do that? Through prayer, through understanding how strong your intuition is, through the light, through the moment. Okay, I'm feeling like the number 5, the number 1 is coming up again. Number 13. Oh my gosh, the number 13. March 1st, January 30th, January 30th. Girl, it's a lot of numbers coming out. Look, big Gemini energy even coming out. A lot. Ooh, communicative is the key word here. Oh, as soon as I said that, at the bottom it says correspondence. Can we unpack it, y'all? Now, one thing a Gemini going to do is they going to unpack it. Have y'all ever broke it? Have y'all ever had a Gemini break it down? Because the specialty about Geminis is that they have the ability to see two sides of the same coin. They actually have the ability to see multiple sides of multiple coins. And they can understand the nuances of the movement. Geminis are highly adaptable and expressive. Lord, don't make me go there. But the fact that communicative came out with correspondence is letting me know that you further understand as above, so below, but also as within, so without. So the more that you heal, the more you're going to bring people in that love that about you. I'm telling you. Jay, tap in. Oh, our external realities reflect our internal state at any given moment. That's why you can read. That's why you can understand. That's why you know that you had to break away from this side of your life that was not pouring into you. And you only scratched the surface. Oh my gosh, this is next level strength. Oh my God. And moving on at the bottom. Now, listen. Now, as my sister would say, the cards are just chasing me around at this point. This is an excitement for you. And this strength card coming out, my gosh, ambition, the number 88. Oh my goodness, the number 88, the number 5, the number 6. Matter of fact, 65 keeps coming up. I don't know if that is an address. I don't know. I feel like that's an age. 65 is something, 1965 maybe. Something about this number that's just really getting me. But man, I'm telling you, 88, 65, number 7 coming up for me. This strength that I find in you, it's the answer is yes. All you gotta do is say yes. Oh, can you put it not in this comment section when this video is over? Can you please put it in the comment section so I can order as well? Thank you. And then, like I said, moving on. Departing, evacuating, and abandoning. Yes, we jumping off the ship. Okay. Get up out of here. My goodness. Clarifying another round. I mean, this message is so good because this is how you conquer getting away from people that had their cords in you for so long. This is how you tap out. When I tell you tap in, sometimes that means tap out too. You got to get away. And I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, friend. I will never, ever tell you that this process is super easy because conditions are never perfect. We'll never, ever paint the picture. Like you would just wake up and be like, bye, y'all, and you won't have to face an onslaught of demonic energy when you decide to make that move. We'll never pretend that you don't have to do that. Ever. But what I am saying is that at one point in time, you got to freaking move. As a matter of fact, no, take it back. We're going to bust this illusion right out the sky. It's either now or never. I can hear my East Coast accent coming now. It's either now or never. At some point, you got to make a decision. Am I going to stay here with these raggedy hoes to the left? Or am I going to go right? Am I going to stay impartial? Am I going to stay neutral and try to be friends with them while I'm finding my own spiritual light? Or am I going to just have to completely depart from them? That's actually, ain't no, at some point, at this point, tap in. You got to make a decision. And listen. Hey, listen to me. You can make the decision today and not make a move. When you are holding the conviction that you have got to get up out of a situation and you finally say today is it, this is the last day, and you mean it. It comes from your soul, it's in your spirit, it's in your chest, it's in your heart, it's in your mind, it's in everything, it's in your blood, it's in your being, and you got the goosebumps. You say now it's gonna happen. God gonna start moving them mountains. You gonna be like, whoa, wait, hold up. You don't have to make a physical move today. Declare it. It's the intention. It's the energy in which you say it. It is the vibration, the frequency in which you say it. And you think what, the movement not gonna happen? It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. Tap in. Reflection. Oh my God. And the identity. Man, listen. Oh my God. Oh, what's underneath? Love. Love. Love is an action word. How many times y'all heard people say that? How many times have you heard people say, love is an action word. I know y'all heard it. I've heard it. Before my husband and I got married, that's one of the things we talked about. You can say you love me, but unless you show me, it don't mean nothing. Tap in. All these years later, and we still showing love. What's that? What's my song, y'all? So baby, if you want me. What's that song, y'all? You got to show me love. Who's that? Crystal Waters? Words are so easy to say, but you got to show love. And I'm telling you, you got to show you love. That is movement. That is you choosing to say, I am deciding to make a choice that will show me that I can be a guiding light in my own life. That's the difference. Oh, we unselfish, loyal, and benevolent concern for the good of another. But it's a good for you. Just tap in. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, there is no limit. Oh, we. You know why ain't no limit? Because the ground holds the shadow. That's why. Don't even look down. Don't even look down. When you look down, oh my gosh, you're going to go into the bounds. You're going to go into being bound. It is a limit to look down. But you know what else? Let me actually kind of backtrack that. Because as this message is being channeled, as I am coming to more and more understanding of your journey and what you went through, divine feminine and anointed chosen ones, operating in the shadows. If we're working on inner child, if we're understanding that the inner child requires you to deal with trauma, then why would you be scared of shadows? Tap into that clarity. You can't be. You cannot be scared of the shadows, not of your shadows. The dark feminine energy, dark anointed chosen energy, that means that you get to understand what the inner workings truly mean for you. That's a part of the education. That's a part of what they say the divine nine. Understanding why you had to come into this purpose. Oh my God, now I'm looking at these cards so much differently. Because if I'm seeing ground, shadow, and limit, I'm actually seeing that as you understand the shadows and inner workings of you, friend, that the ground shows a basis of belief, an action, and an argument towards your greater good. You cannot find love and identity if you do not understand how your shadow self works. Tap in. Again, this is not an overnight thing. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes tears. It takes love, hate. Takes energy. It takes an opportunity to refrain. And it takes strength. Strength coming out again, girl. Woo wee. Here it go. Strength. The power to resist force. Strength. Strength. My God. My God. That's strength. And let me tell you something. Can we take a moment? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Tap in. Divine feminine, anointed chosen ones. The world tells you you got to be strong. The world will sit in your face and say, because you're beautiful, because you're presenting well, because you can speak intelligently, because you have a job and a car, maybe you're in a relationship, because you have a beautiful family, the world will tell you that it's not right for you to be not okay. The world will look you in your face, no matter if you're having a complete meltdown, and say, because the way you present yourself, you don't have a right to be in dysfunction. Just move. Just stop doing what it is that you're doing and find another way. Because at least you have a family, no matter how much they messed up. At least you have a job, even though you can't even function at your job because you're dealing with all types of crazy stuff. The job don't have no family leave. Job don't have no more vacation time. They abuse putting you on the schedule 3 times in a row, telling you, hey, you got to work 72 hours in a 24-hour shift. Never mind that your car is held together by super glue and the faith of God. Okay, tap in. No, the world gonna tell you, well, at least you have something. And I'm telling you, we ain't operating out of the at least. We're not operating out of fear. You're not operating out of fear or lack. No, you have a right to be in distress when you got people in your corner that's really trying to fuck you up. That's really trying to see you off yourself. And there is this ideology that because you present well, because you are able to be there for everybody else, because you're able to look of sound mind and body all the time, that you do not have a right to be hurt, to be in distress, to want to get away. That's what the world tells you, divine feminine. Oh, you wear a cape for everybody else, wear a cape for yourself and get on. And I'm here to tell you that this space, that the car is irrelevant. This space that I hold for you is because you don't have to be strong when you're here. Not for nobody else. You don't even have to be strong for yourself. The strength that I'm talking about is the fact that you get to look at yourself and say, girl, you are not okay. That's the strength. The strength I'm talking about is being able to cry and an ugly cry until it's all released, until you can find clarity within yourself. Don't worry about the tears that's clouding the vision in front of you. Worry about unclouding your third eye. The strength I'm talking about comes from within, and you got to build it up. You ain't always got to be strong for everybody, especially for these clowns in your family, especially for these the sins of your ancestors. You don't have to be strong for them. And you don't have to be strong for yourself to be strong for them. I am so sick of that narrative. That's why I created this space. Because women, high-level women, who work as nurses, who work as CEOs, own their own companies, are hold down their families, are able to do all of these different things in life. Because I'm hearing that women are not allowed to not be strong. Because the chosen anointed ones are not allowed to not be strong. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. It's wild. Ooh, a few more clarifying, God, please. Please, look, cleanse. Ooh, wee. Come through. Say it, tap in. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Cleanse, life, and utility. Whew. You are useful. You are useful in your life. I'm telling you, there's something about this utility. Serving primarily for function and beauty. Your life is in need of a cleanse, a deep cleanse. And the function of that is for you to operate at the highest capacity of your life. That's what this cleanse is. That is the function of a ritual. That is the function of your prayers. Check out Prayer Alchemy. Link in the comment section right now. This is where you are. And you've got to cleanse yourself after dealing with the dysfunctional aliens. With those who wanted you to follow blindly. Who didn't want you to take off your mask, your eye mask, covering up your third eye. These are people who will shame you as they decay by pleasing the sins and carrying on the sins of their ancestors. All the lights are on in that house. They're going to be there. That's where they find comfort. That's where they remain in fear. That's my husband, y'all. I ain't gonna be on here long because I know he want to go out. And I want to go out too. So, as we close this message, y'all. Woo, come on out. Come on out, Jade. Come on out, Jade. Come on out, Citrine. Come on out, Emerald. Wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here. What did I say? Cleanse. I said cleanse. That is the goal. Unnecessary worries, remove them. Citrine is a powerful, powerful gem. Crystal. That is great for removing unnecessary worries. And then ceremonies and celebrations. Didn't I say that's what rituals were for? Cleansing rituals. If you are interested in my over 180 years of ancestral knowledge that has been handed down to me, as well as my inner workings in the end of life care field and performing end of life rituals and ushering people into the next form of their life through transformation and understanding, I absolutely, positively do customize ritual designs for you, nobody else. And if you're even interested in that, download my free Habitual Ritual. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Tap in. Oh my gosh. Ceremonies and celebration. It's a time of important life passages. You're getting up out of here. The bridge to clarity, the bridge to the new level of you is here. Such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, which you are, and anniversaries. And you can have as many anniversaries as you want to. The anniversary of the first time you said fuck off. The anniversary of the first time you said I'm out. The anniversary of the first time you made it to wherever you was going. I don't care. You can have 1,000 anniversaries in a month. Celebrate all of your wins, big and small. I love that came out. Can we do one more, y'all? Can we do one more before I dip up out of here? And look, one more flew right on out. Amethyst, revealing your true self. My God, tap in. As you allow others to know the real you. What I say? As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel love for who you truly are. And that's why I said, don't let this fear take you out. Don't let it keep you in a space where people don't love you. Whew. Y'all. Breathe in, breathe out, gather round. I want you to recognize that you are where you are and your journey is yours. And you can take the biggest step or the smallest step as long as it's a step in your right direction. As long as you stay prayed up. As long as you understand your divine purpose. And sometimes you don't even understand it. You just know that you have to move in a certain direction. And that's what you need. But don't be ashamed. And don't feel obligated to other people's decay and deception. because you were born into a situation. This ain't the mafia. There's no loyalty to those who are not loyal to your spiritual success. That's the word. That is the word. Damn, that's good. Sometimes I'll be surprised with myself in here. Okay, tap in. My name is Cass Young Crown. I'm an intuitive speaker and a transformational coach. You know, I'm everything, okay? Everything, everywhere. Tap in. And my ultimate goal is to usher you through transformations, reinventions of the self, and spiritual understanding and awakenings. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing. And don't forget, Prayer Alchemy is available now. I might even put a little discount code down there after this live stream. Moz, thank you so much for tapping in with me. I love you so much. I will see you on the next one. Jay, I will pull a card for you on the next one, okay? Sorry about that, but I gotta go. My husband called me. Love you guys. Bye.